Welcome to the SoCal Ballet Scene podcast. Welcome back. I'm Reina Kamari-Utakis, Artistic Director of SoCal Ballet Scene.
I'm Tanya Durbin, Associate Artistic Director, and we have
I am
guest
Kathryn Morgan.
You all probably should know who Kathryn Morgan is right now, but just in case.
Yes.
So excited to have you with us today.
Happy to be here.
Such an honor, actually, to have you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Kathryn danced Tchaikovsky Pas de Deux in our last festival last year.
Yes.
So beautiful.
It was so much fun. It's hard. It's one of those ballets that's hard on its own. And then once we did it twice in one day, I was like, oh, I am in my 30s. I am. But what was interesting for me was that the second show was better than the first one. So it was nice to have it go twice, so you feel like you could, like, after the first one, to be able to do it a second time was lovely. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and you were dancing with Mate.
Mate Szentes, yes, who is a former dancer with Hungarian National Ballet and the Richmond Ballet, and he's internationally known choreographer. He's like kind of a big deal. And he's one of those dancers, again, that like points his foot, and I'm like, I should just go home. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a joy.
And he's another, we were talking about tall dancers in one of our other episodes. He's a tall one too.
Oh, he's very tall.
That's
He's very
nice.
tall.
It's hard to get tall guys.
Maybe 6'1" or 6'2". Wow. But I have long feet on point, so tall men work well with me. So, and long arms, long feet, long arms. So I need the tall guy. So it was actually, he's a perfect height for me, even though on flat we're very, very different. So.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Thanks.
Like, how many rehearsals did you guys have?
Like 3. Wow. Yeah. But both of us had done it previously. So I think once you've done a ballet previously, you just kind of get in the studio, you know, are you this version or this version? How do you like this? Because really it's just the pas de deux and then the tail end of the coda. Everything else is basically solos. So it wasn't even that complicated to put together. After one rehearsal, we were kind of just like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Because you had also done it that same year, earlier in the year, right?
Yes, with my usual partner, Sean Rollison. I had performed it about 6 months earlier.
Okay.
So it was in there. It was in there. And it's such a beautiful ballet. It really is. So yeah, very hard, but beautiful.
It was great to have a Balanchine piece too.
Yeah.
In the program. And
yeah, it's fun. And it's just very, very natural to dance. It's really, for me, just that last, because the coda is twice as long as usual. So it's the double coda, that last entrance where I'm just like, if I can cut this last entrance, this would be like so nice. But it's the last entrance with the fouettes and the dives where you're just like, my lungs are going to explode and my feet are going to fall off. But we were okay. So it was fine.
It was beautiful. That's actually one of my favorite parts to watch in ballet because, I mean, especially for the audience, because those dives are so pretty.
Yeah, it's fun. And you just, if you trust your partner, you kind of just launch yourself because that's all you've got at that point is I'm just going to use pure adrenaline and force to just throw myself towards the wing and hopefully he catches me. But then I remember in the first show, I was off in the fouettes because matinees for me are hard. I've never been a matinee dancer. I don't know why. It's really hard for me to feel good. So I was off in the fouettes. So I was like, well, mid-fouette, I start thinking, I'm like, this is not going to end well. So I'm going to do piqué turns. And so I started piqué turn, but I went the wrong way. Not the wrong way, but like, then I needed to end up on the completely other side of the stage in like 4 counts to start the fish dives. So it didn't occur to me until after the turn that I was like, ugh, I gotta like run all the way from one side of the stage. And that's a big stage.
The Carpenter Center is a big
huge
stage.
Yes. So I was like hauling it to the other side to be able to finish the coda. That was my only mistake.
And no one would have known.
I'm glad.
It was beautiful.
But it was fun. That was fun.
How many times did you dance that specific piece? Like in your life, like when you're in New York City Ballet, like how many, like, was this like the 3rd time?
This was the 3rd show of it, I think. I learned it when I was in New York, but I never did it. So that happens a lot with New York City Ballet because of the rep. You'll learn a lot that you don't do. And then Sean and I did it, and then Mate and I did it. So yeah, it was actually a newer piece for me, even though I learned it back when I was like 17.
And do you have a favorite ballet?
Probably Romeo and Juliet. That was always my, That was my bread and butter. That was the role that I first kind of got on the map for, because I did that one at 17, and then I did it over the years numerous times with different people. Probably done that part more than anything else. Well, lie. Sugar plum. We've all done sugar plum a lot, but if you don't take into account Nutcracker, for sure, it would be Juliet. So, yeah, special one.
Yeah.
Very special.
Peter Martin's version, right?
Several versions. I've done 3 different versions.
Oh.
I've done a balcony pas de deux of another choreographer who's kind of a mentor to me at City Ballet. That one was a standalone piece. Then I did Peter Martin's full, and then I've actually done the Macmillan.
You've done the Macmillan?
Macmillan
Oh,
one.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I think everybody loves that
Yeah.
one.
It's nothing tops the Macmillan, but I haven't done the whole thing. Like the whole thing would be like the dream. But I've done the balcony.
The balcony,
So,
the choreography for the balcony pod.
yeah, so it's very special. It's a very, very special piece. But I also love Aurora. That was another one of mine that was like, if you can climb that mountain, you've made it. It is the hardest role I have ever danced.
Which part? The Rose
The
Adagio?
whole, just doing it as a whole. And actually, for me, it's that first section. If you can get past the entrance, the rose, and the first solo, you're golden. But it's that first 15 minutes that's just, you just want to die after that, which you do. So it's great. Sort of die. But yeah, so.
It's pretty funny.
That's another hard one. And then by the time you get to Act 3, you're so tired. The wedding usually goes just fine because you're like, I have nothing left, so I'm just going to enjoy this. And so Act 3 was always my favorite of that. But
Is there anything that you do personally, like physically, to prepare for your roles? I think that listeners would like to know, just as dancers, like, is there anything that you do, like a routine, or besides taking class, and is there any cross training? Is there any
yeah,
anything that you eat or consume before a show?
I try, for me, with my medical condition also, I avoid gluten. That's a big one for me. If I can avoid gluten, my body feels so much better. But my big secret, actually, whether or not how often I take class, I mean, I did Giselle last year with this and didn't change too much, but my biggest secret is doing all of class on point. Bar, center, whatever. The more I can feel like those shoes are a part of my feet, the better.
Yeah.
So I do like everything. I did not put on ballet shoes even before Tchaikovsky. Like I think I even did I take class on stage on point for the gala? I think I might have.
Yes.
I think I did.
That class.
Yeah, I did. I think I had my point shoes on at bar. So that's actually my big secret. And it makes the biggest difference, because then like even during Giselle, during Tchaikovsky, like my feet don't cramp, my feet don't hurt. Like it's not a foot thing for me. So it just becomes so natural. But it's really just pushing myself to do the run-throughs. I think a lot of dancers don't want to do the run-throughs. And I've certainly had my experience where I'm like, no, wait to the show, and then it doesn't always go that well. But you've got to get your body to the point where you know what it's going to feel like, which actually is why I think the evening show was better for me. We'd already done it. I had already gotten tired. So then the evening show was like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you worked
So,
out the kinks in
yeah.
the matinee. I felt that way too. For mine, I felt like my
Yes.
balances were better in the evening, and
Yep.
the matinee was like a test drive.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I even did the pas de deux and the matinee very emotionless. I remember going off stage for that, going, I don't think I smiled.
Oh.
So then the solo, I was like, hey, like, you know. But yeah, it's if you can get your body to the point where it's already used to it and don't wait, that's the other
And
important
I
thing.
think that too, also, like when I danced before, what helped me doing that, because I used to kind of do that here and there for shows, is it gets the nerves out. Like you don't have to like think about, oh my gosh, you're in your shoes now. So that whole capacity, just with you feeling nervous, I think that's good for all of you listeners too, just dancers that are, performing, is it will help with the nerves as well. Because
Yes.
it's already established in your body. So
Yep.
that's a huge one, I think, that they battle with the, pre-performance stuff. But
You can't wait until you're on stage to know what it's going to feel like, know how
Yeah.
much effort you have to give. You can't. You have to do it in the studio first. Because otherwise, if you save yourself and you get on stage and you've expended all this energy and you're only halfway through, then you're like, now what do? I haven't planned for this. So.
well, we enjoyed, that was beautiful. What you just your performance on stage and with your partner. It was a treat for
you.
I was in the evening show watching, and it was just like, oh, I didn't have to go to New York for this. I can be here in Orange County. So it was it was wonderful. So they closed the show, and it was absolutely beautiful. And what was that like for you? Because you said you were gonna retire, and we were like, no.
I kind of did, but ish, not really. Now I'm like,
No, she gets in there still.
Well, actually, I did do this gala with a partially torn knee. So I was
which is amazing.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah,
let's talk about that.
what strategy and what did you do to pull it off?
I mean, for me, it was lots of icing and taking care of my body and wearing good shoes. Like, even that night after the show, I was in tennis shoes. I was in like a cute outfit and tennis shoes. It was just kind of doing what I could to the point of knowing that would get me through the show, doing the run through, but not doing extra. It was a balancing act. Luckily for me, because I've been doing this for so long, it's kind of like riding a bike. It's just like, all right, we do it. It's fine, you know. And I had gone to the doctor, and he said, you shouldn't actually, if you keep dancing, you're not going to hurt it more. Because that was my big one. I was like, if I keep going, am I going to completely rip this? And he was like, no, it's just wear and tear over time. So that was good. And actually, I haven't danced since the gala. But
not even, like, what about class?
I've taken class a few times. And then I still wear my shoes when I teach. You know, I still demonstrate when I teach. I have a beginner adult class I do every week that I do with them. So I guess I have been doing a little bit, but it's already so much better. And then I remember teaching recently and taking class, and I did a Grand Plie, and I was like, oh, I haven't been able to do that in a while. So it's healing.
Grand Plie is hard.
It's hard, and it's kind of unnecessary, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, like, I just cut that out.
Well, I skip Grand Plie and fourth now. I don't do that.
Oh, yeah, no. Don't do that. That's fine. But yeah, that was tricky. And actually, one of the other tricky things for me, it's always fun to go last, but it's really hard to gauge when you should be warmed up and how long you should warm up. And do I start during intermission? Do I start after intermission? You know, because I wanted to watch my friend Rachel and you in Don Q. So then I would like stretch during Don Q, and then I was like, oh, I should be warming up. So it's hard to sometimes go last. As fun as it is being the closer, I love being the closer, but like it's hard. So yeah, it was a balancing act for sure. But I think we did it. We're okay.
Wait, you had a knee injury and Mate also had a knee injury,
yes,
right? So they're both dancing Chai Pas knee injuries.
And what a ballet
has no idea.
And you could not tell.
Yeah.
So kudos to them.
Of all the ballets in the world to do with an injury, Chai Pas is probably not the one to do. Let's be honest. But we made it work. It was fine. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Well, if you need a Juliet, I'm still...
Yeah.
No. You are so young.
Thank you.
I'm like, honey, you are still young.
Thank you. Hey, Alessandra Ferry did it at 55 at the Met.
See?
So,
okay.
55.
When did she actually retire?
She came back. 47.
Oh, she retired at 46?
And then came back. And she's still going.
She's still going right now?
She's still going. She'll do little gigs here and there.
Good for her.
That's great.
That's inspirational.
It's insane.
Well, isn't Pat Neary like still going? Or at least she's taking
class.
She teaches class.
Yeah,
right?
she teaches
at
class.
Westside Ballet.
Yeah.
Taking class, and I was like, who? Oh, that's Pat Neary. Because Colleen at that time was with her husband, Thordell Christensen.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing, they were the directors of LA Ballet. So when she was out here, then Pat would be taking class when we were up at Westside taking class. So in her point shoes. And she's still in her point shoes, probably.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the City Ballet way.
I know.
We had teachers at like SAB, Susan Pilar, who taught point up until like she was in her point shoes up until like 5 years ago. Like it was insane.
Amazing. It's weird though, because your feet feel better once they get in there in the shoes. Like I know if I'm not wearing, I'll just walk around the house because my feet will start to actually hurt being in a heel because I'm doing ballroom now.
Right.
Kind of teaching ballet for a competition studio, but my feet will just hurt, like all of this and the ankles. So I'm just like, oh my God, I got to get in my point shoes.
It's weird how ballroom shoes hurt more than point shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ballet shoes to me also hurt more than point shoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because the heel, there's something, What's up with that?
Ballet
I don't-
shoes have nothing also. So
Oh
don't
yeah, like nothing
understand
underneath.
Those new ballet shoes that they have out the flats where there's no, like, at least I like the old school style where you have the leather with the actual leather sole. Like the old Capuzios, like you just like the leather shoes. Even the Sanchos, they don't make them anymore. Now they have these things that look like there's nothing.
there's like
Oh, where
socks.
there's like no fabric on the arch.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are these kids dancing in this and like
Yeah.
jumping with no?
Yeah.
There's nothing to cushion.
And then, but then there's also the Orsa shoes, which have the extra
Yes.
support inside. I haven't had a chance to try those yet. I want to
The
try
new
them.
What are
ones are
those?
much better. The
Okay.
2.0s. I teach in those.
Oh,
What
you
is
do?
that?
Seth was one of my Romeos. And I remember when I was 18, this was 100 years ago at this point, but almost 20 years ago, he started working on this shoe. And he's like, hey, I have this idea to like put a shock absorption like in the heel and like gel in the heel. Like he did it in his Romeo boots. He would put
Okay.
like heel cups basically in his Romeo boots. And I was like, that's cool. He's like, yeah, my Achilles can't do it without him. And so then fast forward now, he's created this ballet shoe that has a heel cup and support. And it's the only thing I can teach in now other than tennis shoes.
What are they called?
Orzas.
Orzas. I'll have to look at that.
Orza Pro 2.0. They're much better than the first one.
Orza Pro 2.0 because I'm in the block still and I'm like,
Oh, those are kind of clunky though.
Like
The
this.
block sneakers.
Yeah.
Just on that big.
Oh, I hate the blocks. I
Yeah.
don't like teaching in block sneakers.
Yeah, they hurt my legs.
Yeah. Or you can catch an edge and then twist a knee.
Okay.
Like if you turn, like for me with sneakers, like if
Yeah.
I try and do a turn, if I get stuck, you can like twist a knee. So
Yeah.
I just started teaching yesterday in the Fuego.
Oh, what
dance
are those? Did you
teachers.
like those?
I like them. I can point my feet really nicely in them.
Okay.
okay.
I didn't really try turning or anything because I was just teaching class. So
Yeah.
I still have to experiment with them a little bit more. But
Nice.
Cool.
Shout out to dance brands.
And if you're in a heel, put the makeup cushion underneath the ball of the foot. That's what I do.
Oh, like in a ballroom heel?
Yeah, because that's when I'm teaching and I'm in the heel and I'm competing. I take the round makeup sponges, and I just put them in the heel and in the ball.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
interesting.
and then I'm like, okay. So if I'm competing, I have to do that. Yeah, in the feet because it's just
They don't
a lot.
fall out of the sandal?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You just like slide it in there.
Huh.
Yeah. But I'm trying to I'd like to make my own shoe because I kind of have in my mind because you can't point your foot really because the way that
Yeah.
the shoe is. It's not like you can't foot.
Well,
sleeve
you
it.
find a way because I've seen pictures of you in Latin ballroom and your foot is like totally pointed in that heel.
Yeah.
But
It does hurt though. This is off pod. We're talking about. Oh.
Yeah.
So okay, so if you had another style of dance after
Yes.
ballet, what would it be?
Probably ballroom.
See, I can
Like
feel it.
Latin or like
Latin
the
or like
waltz
swing?
Sort of the
foxtrot?
waltz foxtrot.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the smooth styles.
Because we did fake ballroom at City Ballet. We had this.
We had
Vienna waltzes,
Vienna waltzes.
and then Liebeslieder waltzer too. The first half is in heels. The second half you switch to point shoes, which is really interesting actually, and change costumes also. So we would like fake do it, but that would probably be it. I wouldn't do hip hop or contemporary or tap or probably ballroom or like kind of like Broadway style, like Vera Ellen kind of Broadway but in heels kind of thing.
Mhm.
That would be the switch for me.
Because I in the smooth dances, because I'm teaching at the studio, when I'm teaching the smooth dances, it's waltz, tango, foxtrot, and Viennese waltz. So, but you would kill it. You'd be so amazing.
Yeah. Well, those
it'd be fun.
dances, I mean, it's so the upper body, you have the épaulement and the
Yeah.
nice port bras, but what kills me is you have to be in parallel.
Parallel people, and it's not on a full releve, but like you're in yeah.
And heel leads. We're so used ballerinas
Yeah,
are
like
so used to
this.
stepping with the toe first. You have to
I
step
would
with your heel first.
struggle.
But you
That's the
could
hard
do
part.
it.
Okay.
You'd be fantastic. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm guessing when you guys learned ballroom at City Ballet, it was
I was on Debbie Point. It was the whole. It was
ballerina version of ball.
It was. I'll have to show you when this is over what the actual step was, because it's like da 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 1 2 3 da da. It was. It's not. It was ballet and heels.
Okay, I love that you can remember your choreography.
Oh yeah.
It's all in your head. That's how it was for me with this one show that I did. Like, it was 20 years ago. We had 2 huge shows here. It was an Easter show and a Christmas show, and I can do the whole thing in my head.
Wow.
It doesn't leave.
Nope.
But
It leaves for
with
me.
how many ballets that you have learned?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
amazing.
that's
I remember-
amazing that
I
you can
remember recital dances from when I was like 5.
No
That's
way.
incredible.
I mean, they're not that complicated, but like, you know.
I like if it's older than 2 or 3 years, it leaves my head. I'm like so bad at remembering stuff.
Now, some ballets, you know, if they're long and complicated, there are some that I don't remember at all, and some I could do like right now. So it depends, but we'll
Yeah.
see. But
What else should we talk about?
How about those? Like, what was it like for? Well, what was it like for? Okay, now that you're a SoCal resident,
mhm.
what is it like for you being a dancer now in Southern California? Like, you've been in New York, you've been in all these places. Now you're here.
Yeah.
What is that like for you? Like, how is that different in terms of? I mean, how do you feel just as an artist? As you know, you're living in because you've been here a few years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and you guys have your school. Just doing both. I don't know if you know, now that you have the school and you're performing and you live in a new location, how has that dynamic changed for just you as a person and like moving forward? Like, you know,
It's interesting because with New York, it's so heavily, it's like the ballet mecca and the Broadway mecca. And it, you know, there's like steps on Broadway where everybody can take class. There's so many places where you can go take class, Broadway Dance Center, Perry Dance, like all the stuff. And so it's kind of just built into the culture. Whereas here, it's Hollywood. Like, it's very movie actor focused. A lot of musicals here too. But dancers are kind of the anomaly. And so what's interesting is you talk to anybody here, is everybody's a freelancer unless you're with LA Ballet. But even then, I don't think they have a completely full, like, 40-something week season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard because a lot of them I watch them, a lot of them are like trying to do galas and gigs, or my agent this and my agent, none of us had agents in New York. It's not a thing. You were part of the company, or you were trying to get into the Broadway deal, or you auditioned in New York and then went somewhere. So that's what's been interesting, is like all the kind of different projects here that people are doing. They're looking for dancers for, you know, like Hollywood, or they're looking for dancers for, oh, so-and-so needs a backup dancer, or in this movie. So there's different kinds of projects here, but it's harder in terms of being structured and disciplined and motivated. And some of my friends are trying to get into the acting business. And it's just seeing that they have to be constantly on call to go to auditions.
Yes.
And like, here are my audition slides, and like, or sides, whatever they're called. I don't know. It's a whole different dynamic rather than the structure's already built. Like the structure is built in New York. You take class, you rehearse, that's it. Here, it's like, I have to find where to take class, and I have to do all these different things. So it's a little bit harder, I think, as a ballet dancer here.
Like it's a freelance culture.
Yes, it's a freelance culture.
and you know that I think too, having the festival, that's what is nice about the festival, even though there's that hardship there for all of the artists here in Southern California. It's nice to have SoCal Ballet integrated in that, because now there's another job opportunity, you know, for
Yes.
people. And it's kind of right before you're going into Nutcracker. So it prepares your body just to stay in shape. We talked about that in our last episode with Chris,
Oh yeah.
about how that was really good for one of our dancers that was in the festival, to just be prepared physically and kind of mentally and just get stronger. But it is a struggle. That's what I had to go through, you know, getting an agent. And when I decided to freelance and stay here, it was quite difficult.
It is difficult.
So, but that's why I think we do all of these
And it's needed
festivals.
here.
It
It's
is
needed.
very much so.
Because again, unless you're at LA Ballet, they just bring in companies like Segerstrom, like ABT comes in and the bullshit comes in, the Marinsky or whoever. And there's no like actual ballet scene. See, we brought it back. So it's needed here. And I was actually surprised. Thanks. And I was actually surprised how many dancers were in the show. There were I like showed up to warm up class. Yeah.
There were over 50 dancers.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a full on ballet company as far as just like.
And a full evening. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, well, we're not going to have an intermission and we're going to do like 5 pieces and that's it. Like it was an evening.
Yeah.
So it just showed me how many people are in this here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was a full 2-hour show.
yeah, it was a full 2-hour show.
Well, it was wonderful too for them to have, just access to be working on stage and being around you, because
Oh, for
for
sure.
them, like it was just, they were over the moon with having you. We're so appreciative with you
Oh.
being involved with SoCal Ballet and just what you brought. There was an excitement, and I know you're probably thinking about, your performance and the knee and, you were just in that zone, but me behind the scenes watching everything and taking in just the atmosphere, like all the dancers were just pumped. I mean, they were like, oh, Kathryn, we can't wait to go watch her. They were in the wings
so
waiting, till the very end after intermission. I mean, there was such an excitement. And so, I mean, I look forward to seeing, as an artist and just as you're changing too, just like how you're going to be. I know you're going to still be performing. There's
Somehow,
just,
yes.
it can't end.
Yes.
It's too soon.
Well, and I also have this weird love of public speaking. So in my head too, it's like, even when and if the dancing ends, like, well, it's going to end, let's be honest, at some point, officially. But there's also that. I love speaking and meeting people and kind of being on stage performing that way as well. I'm one of those weirdos.
You can be our future MC.
There you go.
Yes, and you're so good at it.
I'd
I
love
mean,
to.
you guys check out her YouTube channel. She's amazing.
Thanks.
So it's another talent. I mean,
Who knew that I'd like public speak? Like, who says that? I'm that weirdo.
Well, because we've done some of that for YGP, right? Where
Yes.
you're on a mic talking about.
Yes. And they didn't really warn us ahead of time. The guy I do with, John Celia, who's a former everything, he's been at ABT, he's been everywhere. And they said to us, we're hosting the live streams, and they're like, all right, by the way, intermission, 20 minutes, you have to talk the whole time. And we were like, what now? And yeah, I'll just riff. So he and I were like, cool. So we stood there for 20 minutes with nothing to go on, and somehow we made it work. We talked about the kids and we talked about this, and they went, all right, cut. And we went to the second half, and both of us were like, huh, cool. That was easy. Like, I don't know. It was fun.
You're able to like just
We were
come
able
up
to
off
do
the
it.
cuff and talk
Yeah.
about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's great. So, SoCal Ballet scene, we love building up the adult community with the performance opportunities, and you do all the adult ballet classes. So I feel like we're definitely on the same wavelength as
Yes.
far as that goes. And I love what you do for the adult ballet community.
thanks. It's fun, and it happened very naturally. I didn't know that half of my YouTube audience was adults. I was looking at demographics one day and I was like, huh. And then I did a workshop, it was right during COVID in Hartford, Connecticut. And it was going to be an all-day thing for the kids, and then like an evening class, like one class for the adults. Well, the kid thing was fine, maybe 20 people. I had 60 people sign up for the adult. I had sold it out in 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. And I show up in this massive amount of people, and that's when I went, oh, this is a thing. And the stories I heard, and there's not opportunities for us, and thank you for doing this. And I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. And so now I do workshops. I have my summer retreat, adult classes at my husband's studio. So yeah, and one of the things I love about adults is there's no, they all want to be there. They all have their own autonomy and decide to come to class. There's not you don't have to pull teeth. It's just we're all here, we're going to learn, we're going to work hard, and we're going to have a good time. There's no underlying discipline, you know what I mean? They just all want to be there. And that's one of the things that's been so nice teaching adults.
And also, I think they probably understand correction. Like,
Yes.
if you verbally give a correction, that they might pick it up faster.
100%. Yeah, because they have that, with especially with little kids, it's hard for them to even understand the concept of turnout and heels forward and things like that. So you have to come up with fun analogies. With adults, it's like, do you feel your inner thigh muscle, bring it towards the mirror? And it's like, oh. So they have that brain to body connection much better because they're an adult.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
So,
and I think adult ballet class, like the demand just is growing more and more as time goes on.
And I love that you included them in the festival. Like, that's huge. And how fun is that to have them do Don Q? Like, where else are they going to get to do that, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That was fun. And a couple of people in Don Q take my adult classes.
Oh, which one?
So Vicky.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
actually, I met her at your studio.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Oh, it was fun to like see her on stage, and yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
When are those adult classes?
Adult classes, I teach Monday night, 8 p.m. intermediate advanced, Tuesday morning and Tuesday night. Tuesday morning is a beginner intermediate class, and Tuesday night's a beginner. And then Chris and I alternate Wednesday morning. So it's all on the website, dasocal.com. There's a lot of them. But yeah.
And recently you've been doing Zoom with guest teachers, right?
Yes, I still do Zoom classes if anybody's interested. That's at camandfriends.com. So you just have to look that up there. And you don't have to be a member. We'd love to be a member. You get classes included if you become a member, and then you get access to our whole online library of content. But you can also take them a la carte. So I have a lot of people just pay and show up, and I have guest teachers. And David Protas, he's amazing. I've known David since I was 16.
Wow.
He was
David and I go way back.
He was in our first festival
With Matisse.
with Matisse.
With
Yes,
Matisse.
Matisse and
Yeah.
Jason's choreography.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But you
loved
guys go way back.
it. Way
City Ballet.
babies. We were at ballet school together. We got into the company together. We did Flower Festival together, which was an experience. One of the principals was retiring, Nikolai Ube, who is now the director of the Royal Danish Ballet. So retirements at City Ballet are like a big deal. It's like a whole thing, and the flowers and the this and the that. So the program comes out and the casting goes up, and David and I are scheduled to do a Flower Festival at Nikolai's retirement.
Wow.
So it was a very big deal. And the two of us were 19, and we were just kind of like, so it went great. It was fine. But like David and I go way back. So.
Wow.
And then even recently dancing for Chasen last year, it's like 15 years, 16 years on now. And we looked at each other and we're like, well, we're still doing this. Like,
Oh, because you guys danced together for Jason.
we
That's
did.
right.
We did.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, some things never change.
Reunion.
Here we are. Yeah.
Come full circle.
So yeah, but he's great. Love him.
Yeah, and he's up in LA now doing
Mhm.
teaching and
And doing the acting thing. I think he just did a musical. He's doing some more dancing, and he was acting the last time I was there seeing him. So yeah, he's doing the thing. Still going.
the LA gig freelance.
The LA
life.
gig freelance. Yep. More power to you, David.
That's got to be hard because they have to like schedule. I mean,
Mhm.
I think like what we were saying before, when you're in a company, it's all laid out for you.
Exactly.
But when you're freelancing, you have to do your own scheduling, right?
Yeah. It's laid out for you. Here's your casting. Here's your schedule. Here, the classes at this time, rehearsals. Like, it's done. And as a freelancer, you have to manage it all.
All right. Well, it was so fun having you here with us
Thanks.
today.
Happy to be here.
Love it.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.